This morning it was revealed that freedom of the press in the US took a little bit of a beating over the night. The longstanding tradition of allowing free access of media to conduct interviews of our elected officials was shut down. Reporters were told they would no longer be allowed to film or record audio of interviews in the Senate side hallways of the Capitol without special permission, which you might think, special permission. Okay, you need some permission, that's fine. We'll take a look at what this special permission looked like. Television reporters will need permission from senators, the Senate Rules Committee, the Senate Sergeant of Arms, and the Senate Radio and TV Gallery, depending on location, before conducting blah, blah, all of that.
Their mother, their father, grandmother.
Yes, you gotta talk to your grandmother. Now that is an issue, okay? Now you might think, well, I don't care about the media, I don't care if they get interviews. Okay, that's fine, you don't have to care about the reporters. This is going to allow senators and congresspeople to evade any sort of responsibility for what they do. We already know they're not doing town halls for the most part anymore. Sometimes having someone ambush them in a hallway and ask them about a vote that they just took or a speech they just gave is the only way that we make clear what they stand for and what they're doing and make sure that there's some sort of responsibility, culpability for what they've done. And it got even darker actually during the day. So reporters were calling in to find out about this policy and find out why they were doing this. And let's look at this tweet. Representative for Mike, that's actually Matrison, it's spelled incorrectly there, who gave the directive said no comment. Dylan Byers, who's a reporter for CNN, asked for her name, and she said, "I'm not going to give you that," and hangs up. So you see, the Washington Post had a reporter who was also hung up on, and the woman said, "Can I ask your name?" And then apparently hung up, which means that you're not going to get the name. Come on, you can't do that. So that's scary. Now, thankfully, there was immediately massive pushback from a lot of politicians, almost universally on the Democratic side, and media figures from online, TV, print, all of that. And thankfully, due to, I believe, this pressure, they have decided to reverse that rules change. So as Casey Hunt originally on Twitter reported, Senate Rules Committee reversed course on hallway interviews, saying you may continue to follow the rules as if it was yesterday. So thankfully,
they bowed to the pressure.
It looks like they did.
I like making comparisons like this because again, it's already been turned upside down on its head that we forget who these guys work for. They've been elected by people. In a way, we're their boss, right?
Yeah.
So at least they have to answer us. We at least have to know what the hell they're doing. Okay, let's go back to regular jobs. You're a cashier at the grocery store and you end your shift and they check what's in your cash register in case you slide to slip out a $100 bill.
Yeah.
It's underneath because we know that's where they keep the big bills.
Yeah.
So if your supervisor comes by and says, okay, we're doing check on the registers and then we do this and they count your money, you go, oh no, you don't get to look at the money that's in my register. I'm gonna put this away and you're not gonna fucking talk to me about it anymore. They're gonna go, oh, okay, well you follow your ass out the door and you're fired.
Yeah.
It's just the way it works in the real world. You can't say nobody gets to monitor what I'm doing on my job after you hired me. How dare you?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I dare, and you're gone.
Yeah,
everyone else has to live this way.
Exactly, and people with great responsibility or power or something, Spider-Man, look it up. You know what I'm saying there. So yeah, like these people have incredible power to influence our country, to influence the world. The idea that they're going to reduce transparency. Like we've been clear that Donald Trump hates the media and wants to do what he can to change libel laws and all that. But this wasn't Donald Trump. This was Senate Republicans trying to make this change. And think about the big votes that they're going to take in the near future. When they vote on Trump Care, when they steal health insurance from 20 to 30 million Americans, when they change the tax code, when they basically cut corporate taxes down to a third of what they are now, they do not want a camera in their face after that. And that's what they're trying to set up for us. Thankfully,
the people that gave them money and lobbyists, if they went to them and said, hey, I want to know what you guys are doing to live up to what I gave you, what if they went, nope, not gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. They'll always have access in America, unfortunately.
What do you get for Young Turks membership? It's a mystery. Only one way to find out. TYTnetwork.com/join.